Dave Blunt isn't just trending. He's the human version of a Marvel post-credit scene. Surprising, chaotic, and impossible to ignore. Think Willy Wonka meets The Rock's charisma. Only there's an oxygen tank, beef with 50 Cent, and a rap career that's skyrocketing on TikTok and controversy. But what's interesting is that his name doesn't hit like your average rap alias. It lands more like a whispered rumor, the kind people say with a grin because they're not sure if you already know. He's not out here flooding the internet with self-promotion, yet somehow his name keeps bubbling up in circles that matter. The kind of circles where a cosign is worth more than a billboard. And it's not just the music. It's the way his story drips with that if you know factor. His presence carries a strange mix of familiarity and mystique, as if his reputation was built behind closed doors long before it ever hit social media timelines. Today, we're not just talking about who Dave Blunt is. We're pulling apart the moments, the connections, and the whispers that have made him one of those names you hear in the middle of late night conversations with someone leaning in just a little closer before they tell you why. Picture this. It's Juice WRLD Day, December 2024, Chicago. Dave Blunt, 23 years old and according to reports, tipping over 500 pounds, takes the stage, but he's not standing. Nope, he's seated on a sofa with an oxygen tank by his side. Cue the viral chaos.
It's showtime!
Fans were pretty divided. The crowd's concerns turned into internet feeding time. Clips go viral. Millions of views on X, heartfelt pleas, well wishes, and also some of those cringe comments that come along with online fandom. Yo, pause. And then comes Snoop Doggy Dogg. Not sure who's more famous at this point, Snoop Dogg, Dave Blunt, or Jesus Christ. Classic Snoop posts a jab about Blunt sitting down, like he's nursing a plate full of wings. Dave doesn't just take the burn, he swings back live on stage.
Hey, Chicago, do y'all have a problem with me sitting down on this stage? Exactly. Get the off my Snoop Dogg. I bought her a chain, I bought her a bag, I made her everything. The only thing that I didn't buy her is a new wedding ring. I told her the promise always stay true and never to fuck the team. I know she probably think I'm crazy cause I'm always saying.
With sit-down performance vibes harder than a Friends rerun, if Friends were shadowed by a serious health subplot, it's like that oxygen tank didn't deflate the clout, it supercharged it to the next controversy. Fast forward to mid-2025, health concerns aren't just jokes anymore. They get real. Dave Blunt abruptly cancels the rest of his North American tour after being rushed to the hospital. Vogue email, more like a hospital bed video, and probably that same oxygen tank from the stage. He apologizes to fans, but leans into real talk. It's time to focus on me, not for the fans, not for the clout, he says.
Fans and for the niggas that don't like me. First, we're going to address the fans. I love my fans so very much. You guys have turned my life from poverty into luxury in less than a year, and I feel indebted to you guys for that. I now can take care of my family, my friends, and my mom and everybody that I love because of you guys who listen to my music. So I thank you for that. And because of that, I felt indebted to you. I felt like even though I'm not like healthy enough to go on this tour, I need to do it to prove not only to my fans that I love them enough to give them a good show, and also to the niggas that don't like me and hate me that I can do it. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish the tour. And because I'm in the hospital and I'm sick and I'm hooked up to oxygen and all this going on, I have to cancel my tour. It's time for me to prioritize my health instead of worrying about all the other shit that doesn't matter. And I need to focus on eating right, exercising, and getting better. Not for the fans, not for the bitches, myself.
In May 2025, Dave casually drops a moment that hits harder than that time with Will Smith at the Oscars. He tells a mostly white crowd they get a free N-word pass. Cue the record scratch. The video goes viral. 1.5 million views by the time you can say the N-word.
Words that they tell me I shouldn't say or I can't say. But I want everybody to know, you come to my show, you get a free N-word pass.
Picture like an underground version of a Kidz Bop song. Diluted free passes aside, this wasn't sparking conversation. It was throwing a Molotov cocktail into it. And as expected, public backlash was swift, ferocious, and in true internet fashion, done in over 48 hours. Within seconds, you hear it, a full-throated roar of the word back at him. Some would call it a cheap shot tactic, a betrayal of the culture, a moment that hands power to the people who shouldn't have it. Too serious, right? Culture analysts weighed in like political commentators on The Daily Show.
I don't know which one is worse, him giving in the pass or them excited to say it.
And Dave, he posted himself with the caption, on his true Deadpool if I do say so myself. Slay King Slay. June 2025, Dave goes full superhero showdown mode, drops a 41-second disc preview aimed at 50 Cent while defending Kanye West, and even throws shade at both 50 and his baby mama. Think Avengers Endgame, but with bars and a lot of pee. Some hype it up. Some say he left himself wide open for sticking whatever's left of his neck out for Kanye. Sorry, Dave. Others fear for his safety. Protect Dave at all costs. Meanwhile, 50's in Europe touring. No response yet. Is Dave calling his bluff or just writing the next headline? Now, this next one is one of my personal favorites. I'll just let this no jumper clip explain it all. I literally won't be able to keep myself from laughing.
Or reaction to Max when he asked you if you were down to be like a chef on a reality thing they were doing or something?
He had asked me to be like a judge of a cooking show, and then he asked me to be Santa. And then I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be phased out Santa Claus. What are you talking about? And then he went on his stream and he was saying some wild shit, bro. Said some wild shit. He was like, yeah, phase members came to me and said they wanted a black Santa so they can do all types of Diddy frat boy to him. Who? Me? Nah. You can't be talking about me.
I know you're trying to me.
I don't play those games, bro. What are you talking about? They said he was gonna try to sit on his lap and do all types of Diddy frat boy shit. What the fuck are you talking about? And this shit goes deeper because it's like he was like, I don't know why they asked me. Yeah. Why do you think they asked you? You're black. I'm black. They know they can't come to me as white boys, but hey, bro, come on, let's do Diddy frat boy shit. It's like you're not even realizing this is deeper than what you think.
Dave calls out Plaque Boy Max for inviting him on streams just to make him the joke, focusing on his weight and not his work. And in today's content culture where turning people into memes pays better than treating them like humans, that complaint hits differently. In the end, Dave Blunts is the human equivalent of a lightning strike. Electric, unpredictable, and occasionally blinding. From oxygen tank and health scares to N-word misfires and live stream griping, each moment strikes interest like caffeine in a drip bag. Is he cultivating controversy or being consumed by it? That's for your timeline to decide. But one thing is sure, Dave's not doing the slow burn. He's sprinting through chaos one headline at a time. And whether you're laughing, cringing, or worrying, he's still trending.
Yo, hold up, you gotta turn me up. Me and the boys went to the lake and swim. Walking in the city like I'm a star, riding out in my car. Gonna get my dreams and hopes up. They step in front of me, and I warn them to get back. This is just how my life flows. Now I'm finna be watching the ice flow. Ice rising from my double cups. Listen to what I'm following, it's a nice flow.